Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Before we proceed with the program, I'd like to give all of you an idea of what is to come next. We have the vote of thanks by Dr. V. Ramanathan, followed by a tea break. So next we will have the vote of thanks. But before that, I would like to give a short and sweet introduction about Dr. V. Ramanathan. Again, the list of accomplishments are many, but we will have to keep it short and sweet. Dr. V. Ramanathan is a physical chemist working in the Department of Chemistry at IIT Banaras Hindu University. His academic journey is marked by dedicated research in the field of chemistry with a specific focus on laser spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy, and imaging, as well as computational chemistry. Dr. Ramanathan's expertise in these areas have positioned him as a leading figure in the academic community. He earned his PhD in chemistry from the distinguished IIT Kanpur and has not one but 2 postdoctoral fellowships from the University of Basel, Switzerland, and Seoul National University, South Korea. His research interests lie in studying the scientific heritage of India, Indian history, philosophy, Indian traditional medicine, Indian classical music, and Indian languages. Do you know that he can comfortably speak 7 Indian languages? He has the distinction of being a Fulbright scholar and is a core committee member of Indian National Young Academy of Science, among other eminent professional research organizations. Today, we are privileged to have him here with us, and we look forward to his vote of thanks. We would also like to add here that Dr. V. Ramanathan has shared his invaluable counsel in the entire planning of this national conference. A big, big thank you to you, sir. He will now deliver the vote of thanks for the inauguration ceremony. This will be followed by the tea break. Tea and coffee will be served in the first floor. And we would like to apologize since we are running slightly behind schedule. Thank you for your kind understanding. Jai Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar.
Namasabhabhya Sabhapatibhyascha Ve Namo Namaha. Respected Ma Devaki, devotees of Yogi Ramsuratkumar, our chief guest Professor M.D. Srinivas, my humble pranams to one and all. It's one of the unique occasions where a person who is entrusted to give vote of thanks has been given such a long introduction. So it's a unique privilege. Thank you very much for that. It's indeed my blessings as well as privilege to be a part of this conference organization. Whatever little I could do, I hope it added value to this organization of this 3 days conference. I consider it, as I said, it's my blessing and privilege to be playing this part. Now especially I'm entrusted with giving the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I thank Ma Devaki Veda Patasala Trust and herself, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Ashram, to have taken it upon themselves this mighty topic during such period of time when there is a resurgence of looking at Indian scientific heritage and what has been our achievements from the past. Because speaking in the academia, confining it to the niche circles of academicians will not serve the society in large over a short period of time. It may percolate over a longer period of time. But when organizations like Yogi Ramsuratkumar Ashram takes it up upon themselves to disseminate these values, and that too through, I would say, horse's mouth, like just we had a glimpse of Professor M.D. Srinivas delivering what ought to be taught and what ought not to be taught. So it's indeed great privilege that, and I thank from the bottom of my heart as a participant as well as on behalf of all the participants here and the speakers, that this ashram has taken up this audacious task of bringing in scholars for 3 days and deliberating and disseminating the contents of our ancient Indian scientific past. I'm reminded, when I was listening to our chief guest's address, I was reminded of a line, this is not, we didn't think about organizing it exactly during Margazhi, but it so happens that it is the Margazhi season that we have had it, where the first 10 days, the Andal goes up waking up. You know, if you look at today's Tirupavai also, Totrum unakke kumbhakarananum, Totrum unakke perunduyil tan tandano. So when Srinivasji was talking, it is like the 200 years we have been in this slumber, perunduyil. And it is now like we are getting the wake-up calls that what is it that we need to look at, what is it that we need to look at it in a very critical point of view. So indeed, we have had this long slumber, and through such interventions, through such addresses by stalwarts like Professor Srinivas, that we would be at least become first ardent Shishya of our Bharatiya knowledge, as he had rightly put it. So thank you very much, sir, for having accepted to preside over this inaugural session as well as to deliver the keynote address. I've had multiple occasions to get blessings from Professor Srinivas at various occasions, and to sum up whatever he has achieved or whatever he has delivered even today, I'm only reminded of how Kalidasa puts it as a quality of a good researcher and a teacher. He says, Shlishta kriya kasyachid atma samstha sankrantiranyasya vishesha yukta yasyobhayam sadhusa shikshakanam dhuri pratishtha payitatva eva. There are few who are very good at acquiring knowledge, but very poor in communicating them. There are few who are very good at communicating, but do not have any stuff in them. It's very rare to find a combination of those who have got the good stuff in them and also are able to communicate it effectively. We have one such as speakers today and giving us a keynote address, who is Professor M.D. Srinivas, and to sum up his character, I felt it is apt to quote Kalidasa in his glory. I also thank all our other speakers who readily agreed our request to come and deliberate on the topic. Some of them are here. Dr. Meera is here, Dr. Pai is here, and other speakers are on their way. So thank you all for accepting our request to come and be a part of this conference, deliberating on the specialized topics on which you are experts. Last but not the least, I thank one and all in the audience, because we can't speak to empty chairs. So unless we have an active Shrota, in the form, be it a music performance or even an academic deliberation, without an active audience, because the whole program is created for this consumption by an enlightened society, so that you ruminate over it, you pass it on to your nears and dears, and that's how this word gets spread. So once again, I consider myself doubly blessed and honored to be part of this and to also be giving this vote of thanks. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Thank you so much, sir. We now request Dr. Sundararaman, trustee of the Ma Devaki Veda Patasala, to honor Dr. V. Ramanathan. And Yogi Ramsuratkumar, we have now come to the end of our inauguration ceremony. A big thank you to Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar for his grace in ensuring that our ceremony was a very enlightening and successful one.